G'day and welcome to another video. Yesterday I got to do something which I'd never done before, and that's go out to the new Kegland warehouse, and I got to have a sneak peek at a few things. Let's have a look. Kegland is in the eastern suburbs of Melbourne, Noble Park, Victoria. There we go.
Hey, there we are. How we doing, Dash? Thanks for coming out and seeing us, matey.
Behind the scenes.
This is it.
Get all the big stories here. So as I just said, I got to go out to Kegland yesterday. It was an impromptu visit. They didn't know I was coming. The wife likes to go out to IKEA, which is just near there. So I got to drop in and say g'day. Luckily, Key was there and showed me around the place. I'd been to their old warehouse, but that was years ago before the cough and all that stuff. So it was good to get out there and have a look. Wow, it was much bigger than I expected. And they're about to expand as well, but that's another story. I got to have a look at a few things. The Gen 4 Brewzilla. Look, I didn't take too much footage. You know, that'll come when the unit comes out and I get to do a video. And I'm sure Key will do one as well. And it was good. I'll give you a close-up look and we'll go through it. So the first thing you notice straight away is the control panels at the top. Saves you crouching down on the floor to change temperatures and things. Look at this. There's lots of things to take in here, but we can see the lid there is different with some nice handles on it. We can see the bottom is a center drain right down the bottom. And that's really been handy on the G40. Easy cleaning. Everything's much easier, so that's great to see. And you can also see it's a little bit hard to tell. The malt pipe is actually in, but the bottom of the grain basket isn't. So that's why we can see the bottom. And as you'll see, the bottom of the grain basket actually goes right down near the bottom, so the dead space is minimal. And you'll also notice it's a bit wider. There's hardly any space left at the sides. So it's a wider grain basket and a longer grain basket, so you can fit a lot more grain in. And I did get to look into the base of the unit. I don't have any footage, but the way they've set it out is much neater than before. And there's plenty of room that if you want to change the configuration of the hoses underneath, you can. And not only did I get to have a look at the Gen 4 Brewzilla, I got to have and bring home one of their new temperature controllers, which looks great. Apparently Key's got a video up about that right now. He might have released it yesterday when I went out there. This was in the studio and I got to bring it home. This is the famous one from his video, I think. But anyway, it's a temperature controller. It connects to the wrapped cloud. It has a few different configurations. This one you can see here can sit on this clamp, and it can sit on bench top like that. Or it can be reconfigured so it can hang on a wall and all the leads run down the bottom here. It's a nice sturdy unit. And I got one of these things. These are new too, as far as I know. This is the new flow controller, quick disconnects. Some might remember I did a review of the stainless one, and the stainless one worked great out here on the fermenter under pressure, so you could have a short line. They didn't work quite as well on top of a kegerator in my kegging system. I didn't use them there, but I still use one on my picnic tap out here. It just slows the flow down and when you've got a short line and you're under pressure. But these are a new kind, and because they're plastic, of course, they'll be a bit cheaper. They work better apparently. I'm yet to test it. I will test it in a future video. And they're also going to come where you can attach a tap directly to them, easy, you know, for your portable kegs and things. Because that's where the strength of these kind of flow control disconnects are. When you're serving direct from the keg with a tap, or with a short line like a picnic tap or a Pluto gun. Ding! No special effects in this video. One of the reasons I went out there yesterday, or one of the things I had in my cart ready to pick up when I went out there, was an extension tube for the Brewzilla. And the reason I got one of these is that several months ago, even though I haven't used it, I got an extension for the top of the Brewzilla. And it says on the box it adds about 15 litres to your Brewzilla. Now I've got one here. I'm not going to pick it up and put it on the table, but that is the top of your Brewzilla. I think this seal's on the wrong end. Is it? The seal goes on to here, like that. The extension pipe goes on and you clamp it down. The trouble here, of course, is that's not quite big enough. While it does clear it without a hose on it, that's not big enough. This is a bigger one. This one's off my 65 litre. That's why it's going past the middle here. Of course, the extension tube goes onto there and into there just like that. Just a note on cam lock fittings, and I'm not talking just the Kegland ones, all cam lock fittings. They're not made for twisting. If you twist them, they can open, and you don't want that to happen when it's got hot wort pumping through it. So doing that is not good for a cam lock fitting. It'll end up opening. And I got a bottle of wine made at Kegland. I'm not sure who actually put the kit together, but it was made by someone at Kegland. It might have been Key, I don't know. But I might let that age a little bit before I drink it. My Cab Sav's turning out about 13–14%, so they could do with a little bit of aging. They might be a little bit hot at first. Although I'll ask him when this was bottled, and I'll have a sip and a taste, you know, once it's had at least a couple of months in the bottle. The other thing I had a quick look at was the new Hop Bongs. Yes, you heard it right. They're called Hop Bongs, and they're for dry hopping from the top of your fermenter. You can do it all under pressure and flush the hops with CO2 rather than going through the bottom. So we'll have a quick look at the video I got of that. I didn't get very much. There'll be a lot more footage when I get my hands on one and give it a go. Yeah, okay, strange name, Hop Bong, but when you have a look at it, you kind of understand. But it goes on top of the fermenter, and you can fill it with hops and flush it under pressure with CO2. Ollie wanted to talk about the sign, but we were talking about the Hop Bong. I do like the sign though, Ollie. I'll get one day. I got one more thing. The new Tri-Clamp Brewzilla. But this is getting its own video, and I'll get into that in a couple of minutes. I just want to thank Key and all the guys, Ollie and everyone else out at Kegland for giving me a look around. Thanks very much. I just turned up on their doorstep, went hello. Next time I'll give some warning. But thanks very much. And thanks for taking a look at this video. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks to my patrons, because without them, these videos couldn't happen. Take it easy. Cheers. So this is their 24/7 locker pickup. If you order something, you can pick it up 24/7 from the lockers. They also have this brewing area, which one day I'm planning on doing a brew day, and hopefully we can get a few people down there. They got you can pick up just RO water if you like, but at this end, it's heated RO water instant. So you can virtually mash in straight away. You know, by the time you fill your vessel, it'll be, you know, lose a little bit of temp once it's in the vessel, and it'll be just about perfect for when you want to mash in and you can brew there. You know, there's power. You could have pre-ordered your grain and your hops and everything, have everything there, and just take your vessel and brew. Maybe put it in a cube to take home. Or I used to brew at a mate's house and take it home in the fermenter in the back of the car.